Italy will literally pay you to live and work there, with a slight catch. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Virtual Coffee Chat with Luis. That's me, Louise. People have called me so many different variations of my name over, almost 2 decades working through the internet that I get it. I change it often as well. I've just become a name chameleon or something like that. Though, actually, that's a good point before we go on to today's topic. And by the way, please do enjoy your coffee. Before we go into today's topic, it's worth pointing out the importance of names. Now, I'm not bothered by people calling me anything from Luis that's my original name, to Lois or Louis or whatever. I've just grown used to it, and I never took any particular offense. But when I'm interviewing guests in my podcast, well, I always take pains to try to figure out how to pronounce their name correctly, and I always check with them before we start the show, because I found out that people in general care a lot more about names than me. So yeah, and it makes sense. Your name is a pretty intimate part of you. So I guess I'm just strange that way, but I've learned to care about it in other people. So anyway, with that said, it does look like Italy is trying, has understood how remote work can really revolutionize the economy for more rural areas, and so they are actually paying you. Some places in Italy actually pay you to live there and work there. So that's interesting. Is it as good as it sounds? Well, yeah, in most cases. Though for most part, it's only for 6 months, so it's not really a permanent thing. But it's helpful, right? Right? If they pay you for 6 months, it's an amount that will pretty much wash out for half your rent. It's a nice way, to soften the blow of uprooting your life and going to another place, because after all, that's expensive. Those 6 months are probably going to be much more expense laden than the rest of the amount of time you choose to be there. So it actually makes sense, and it's nice. There are some exceptions where you can extend this 6 months to a few years, and so that's something worth considering. Italy is lovely. And I know that because I have access to metrics, I know that a lot of people listening to this actually hail from the United States. And let me tell you, if you've never been to Italy, it's an absolute treat. You will love every day that you spend there, even though hopefully you will be working for most of it, because, that's what you do when remote working, you work. It's just a beautiful country full of beautiful towns with lovely culture, great food, great drink. It's a lovely place to live. Look, I love Portugal. I want to live here for the rest of my life. But Italy, if I couldn't live in Portugal for some reason, let's say they outright ban video games and cat ownership, Italy would definitely be in the top 3. Certainly top 5, almost certain top 3. So yeah, if you can go there, you can get like 6 months, a 6 months rebate on your rent, or maybe even for more than that for several years. Why not? I definitely give it a try. It's also, schools are pretty nice. You can take children, etc. Do keep in mind that Italian internet infrastructure may not be the best. I know this from experience. Now, the cities and towns that have opened up these programs, they're committing to improving the internet infrastructure, but, committing to something is different from actually doing it. So, have a backup plan. right? Have a make sure that you secure an independent, a nice wireless, hopefully 4G or 5G high quality internet solution before you arrive there. That's the biggest tip that I can give. Otherwise, you know, as people get vaccinated, Europe is starting to allow travel. This could be quite an adventure for people who now can work remotely. So enjoy. And if you'd like to know how to make the most out of your remote work travel arrangement, out of your remote work arrangement in general, head over to tankremote.com, where we have all the guides, news, and insights that you need to thrive as a remote worker. This was Virtual Coffee Chat with Lewis, and I will give you one last sip. I hope you have your coffee ready and we can sip together. I hope that felt as good to you as it did to me. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.